Hey guys, Drew here from Rachel's Never Seen, and I just want to do a quick disclaimer before we get this week's video going. We had some sort of technical problem with my microphone, and I don't know why. I really don't. I wish I could go back and look at the setup and see what I did wrong. I made the rookie mistake of not, of course, doing a mic check, but that's on me. So when you listen to this, you'll hear that my mic is pretty hollow. I think it's only being picked up from Rachel's actual microphone, which her microphone sounds great. So it's rough. I apologize for that. I hold myself to a higher standard, and I messed up this time around. But with that being said, we were gonna re-record it, but then after we went through it, we said, you know what? No, this is really a good, genuine review, and we don't want it to sound at all like it's rehearsed or something we've said before. It's about that initial reaction and stuff like that. So we just decided to go ahead and send it out there. So I just wanted to apologize again and let you know that I screwed up. But as we say at the end of our videos, try and do better next time. So enjoy, guys, and thanks for watching and subscribing. Hey everybody, welcome back to Rachel's Never Seen, and today we've got a really good one today. We watched what's considered probably one of the top 10 comedies of all time. It's arguably one of the best comedies of all time, and that's 1980's Airplane.
My stylist is an airplane.
That was an airplane. Ah. So, as I said, this movie came out in 1980. It is often cited as one of the best comedy films ever made. It is known for just lampooning the disaster genre. Then the decade previous to it was huge. In the 70s, disaster movies were like the major blockbusters. So this film, came out right at the end of that and was kind of making fun of a lot of them. In particular, the airport movies, which were just kind of over the top after a while.
So it was like what Scary Movie is today.
Yes, that's a good comparison.
Okay.
Yeah, similar to like Scary Movie. That it parodied an entire genre.
I have seen Scary Movie, just the
okay.
first one, maybe other ones I don't remember.
It's
but
probably best you haven't seen the other ones. The first one's is pretty funny and pretty good, and the rest of them are pretty trash. Especially like after the second one, they're really trash.
That's usually how it goes. I feel like.
Yeah. So Airplane. Starring probably a few people I don't know. You knew Leslie Nielsen.
I knew Leslie Nielsen, but I only name recognition mostly. I'm pretty sure I've heard my mom talk about him or something.
Oh yeah. So you just don't know specifically.
Right. I don't know really specifics about him, but I've heard the name. Right. I also was sure. I was positive Steve Martin was in this.
Nope.
I was positive. I guess I thought that he was Leslie Nielsen's role. Right. Yeah, I don't know why. I have no idea why.
White man with white hair.
I guess.
That just made you feel, maybe, I don't know.
I don't know.
Who knows? But anyway, so we're going to get on into it. What were your feelings about this movie?
I'm just going to, I liked it. I really enjoyed this movie. It's going to get the highest rating. I can tell you that. Right now, that's far it's going to get the highest rating. I thought the sound effects were on point. I loved all the sound effects in it. And it was simple humor. Like, it wasn't anything extravagant. And I'm just trying to think, like, if this movie was made today, how it would look. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I can't imagine it being this simple. Like, there'd be 10 different explosion scenes and things. I don't know. I feel like it would just be different if this type of movie were made today. I feel like people would feel like they couldn't get away with something that simple.
Right. I remember going into this film, and in selecting this film, I know that you enjoy puns like crazy. You absolutely love puns, but you also love like dad joke kind of jokes
Can I
too.
tell my favorite one?
Oh boy, yeah. enthrall the people.
Okay, wait.
It's for y'all.
I gotta think about it for a second.
Oh,
so make sure I get it right. Why do Norwegians have barcodes on the side of their boat?
I don't know. Why do Norwegians have barcodes on the side of their boat?
Because they're Scandinavian.
So this is the kind of humor that she absolutely loves. And you can see why I chose Airplane. You can see. It was the perfect selection, I thought. I was like, you know what? This one, if this one doesn't do it, this whole series could be a lost cause. This could be it. Like, I already can't really do horror films, like true, crazy, graphic horror films. And I knew that going into this series. I wasn't sure, I'm like, well, I gotta find a comedy somewhere that's gonna work. And then at least we'll set a bar, you know. I mean, Die Hard got a 6. Had to argue
Back to the
Future up to a 5.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, this is gonna be a struggle now. We're gonna see how this is really going. So, all right, tell me some of the things that stood out for you in Airplane.
So this was the first movie where I actually had a list of my favorite parts of it, and it just kept growing and growing.
That's awesome.
With the girl, they were playing the guitar for the sick girl, and they kept accidentally pulling her AV out. Just the fish face she kept making, and her eyes crossing. I like that part.
Yeah.
The part at the beginning with the pilots, Victor, Roger.
Roger. What's our vector, Victor?
Howard radio clearance over. That's Clarence over. Over. Roger. Huh?
The drinking problem gag got me.
It's a great gag. It's so stupid. It is.
Right?
It is so on its face. It is just stupid. But when you hear them say, "That's how I got my drinking problem," and you obviously think alcohol,
right?
And
in that
immediately
situation,
throws all of his cups just into his head. It is brilliant.
Has he tried a straw?
This comedy is just. It is so stupid in a very good way. It is so stupid that it's smart.
Yeah.
And I just, when I was watching it again, because I can't remember the last time I sat down and watched Airplane start to finish. One thing I did notice in this movie that I had not noticed in the years before watching it is how raunchy the movie actually is.
Yo, Elaine is a slut. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Like, you want to be a slut.
She's a little bit of a freak.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm all for slutting around. But, like, I guess there was, 2 jokes in a sequence of maybe 5-10 minutes. And I was trying to pay attention, but I didn't really hear any after that.
I found a wonderful apartment for us. Has a brick fireplace and a cute little bedroom with mirrors on the ceiling and... all I have are memories. Mostly I remember the nights when we were together. I remember how you used to hold me and how I used to sit on your face and wrinkle and...
Did I hear that right?
It's true. And that's just it. Okay, so obviously watching this as a young, as a teen and as a young man, you remember the random ridiculous graphic nudity, when the train when it's all going crazy and the topless lady just stands in front of the thing, shakes around, and you're just like, what is that? And it's funny because it's out of nowhere,
right? I was certainly not expecting that.
It's just ridiculous. But then you hear a lot of the jokes in there, and you go, oh my god, this movie's a lot raunchier than I remember it.
Cream? No, thank you. I take it black. Like my man.
One of the things I remember, one of my favorite jokes, and it's right out of the gate, it's in the beginning, is the PA announcers having an argument over an abortion.
I forgot that. It escalated.
It escalates into this discussion of an abortion, and you're like, what the hell am I listening to?
And this was in the 80s.
Yeah.
There's just no stopping in a white zone.
Oh, really, Vernon? Why pretend? We both know perfectly well what it is you're talking about. You want me to have an abortion.
It's really the only sensible thing to do. If it's done properly, therapeutically, there's no danger involved.
The airports are really different now. And I know
Right.
like we're post 9/11 and all that stuff, but like if people could just go anywhere.
Yep.
And were you ever allowed to smoke on an airplane?
All the time.
Really?
And I think only up until like the 1990s.
Wow.
You used to smoke.
How? I
Smoke.
mean, you can't open a window. I don't understand.
Well, it's because of the filtration system.
Oh, it filters all
you know
it
how
out.
they all.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they recycle air. The whole thing.
I guess I didn't realize it was that advanced.
Yeah, it can. I mean, but you're still taking that smoke up. It's going to get recycled back into the cabin.
Somehow.
It might get taken down a bit, but
right.
Yeah.
Well, I really.
Oh
didn't
yeah,
know
I
that.
remember not too. I mean, maybe 10 or so years ago, taking a flight and getting on the airplane, and it still had ashtrays on it.
Huh.
They're in the seat.
Yeah.
On the little handle. Now, most of them are welded shut. But this one, it was sitting right there. And I was like, how old is this damn plane?
That made you feel good, I bet.
Right? I was like, how old is this plane? It still has these on it. It still has an ashtray.
Also, who serves fish on an airplane?
They do. They still do serve fish. They serve it as a kosher option most of the time, but yeah, it's
if I'm flying on an airplane and the person next to me orders fish, I'd probably get on the internet and they'd have to land the plane and kick me off because I would throw a hissy fit.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
Is the pilot senile?
I don't think Captain Over's senile. I don't. As I watched this again, there was part of me that I forgot how quickly he went into. Have you seen a grown man naked? I thought it built.
That
up
was later
to
down
that,
the line.
but I forgot that's like no, that was the out of the gate question. That was right out of the gate. We're just gonna ask this, and then it was gladiator movies, and
I don't remember what all they were. Something about Turkish
room,
something or
Turkish bathhouse.
Turkish back. Yeah. Can't talk.
Stuff like that. Yeah. I honestly I didn't remember out of the gate that it was. Have you seen a grown man naked? I was like, Captain Over might be a predator. I'm not sure.
Joey, did you ever hang around the gymnasium?
Johnny was one of my favorite characters.
Johnny's wonderful.
He had a lot of layers to him. He started out just kind of, thought he was eccentric. Just thought he was some, funny, goofy, like office clown type of guy.
Johnny, what can you make out of this?
This? Well, I could make a cap, or a brooch, a pterodactyl.
And then he just goes kind of great, like psychotic almost.
Just kidding.
He could be a serial killer or something.
He could be dangerous.
He could be dangerous.
He unplugs the runway lights.
Oh, whatever he does.
I flew single-engine fighters in the Air Force, but this plane has 4 engines. It's an entirely different kind of flying altogether.
It's an entirely different kind of flying.
The altogether joke, that took me. I didn't get that at first. I was like, why did they just repeat altogether?
Altogether.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. That's a good one.
When his nose was growing, that really freaked me out. That just grossed me out. I almost couldn't look. I was like,
Pinocchio effect.
Yeah, it just grossed me out. Yeah, that's all.
I think some of the observations I've made in this that I thought were really great is we are both big fans of the TV show What We Do in the Shadows. And I believe that Ted Stryker is an energy vampire, considering as he sat down to tell people his story, they constantly tried to kill themselves, some successfully, No
one noticed that either, like just the dead bodies, either hanging or having the...
Yeah, one guy was stabbed himself with a sword.
Japanese suicide. There's a term for that. I don't remember what it is.
And then you have the guy who's about to light himself on fire.
Oh, yeah, but he saved him. Someone saved him.
When they pulled Ted up to fly the plane.
Yeah.
Yeah, of all the classic jokes in there, the "Don't Call Me Shirley's" and I always love the just want to let you know, good luck. We're all counting on you. During the whole.
Looks like I picked the wrong week to quit smoking.
Oh, and of course the classic Lloyd Bridges. Looks like I picked the wrong week to
quit whatever.
It
just escalates.
Smoking,
methamphetamines,
amphetamines, and sniffing glue. is so funny. It is a treasure of a comedy. It really is. What I found out of it after we watched it, and I sat there and I watched you laugh and heard you laugh through the whole thing, so I was like, okay, this is getting through. I was like, if she really loves this movie, she enjoys this film. I was like, that really tells you how timeless this movie is.
Yeah.
And how the comedy, while some of it is subject of its time, because like you said, airports have changed, different things have changed with it. It still overall holds fine, that it's actually quite funny.
Yeah.
And that this thing will live on for a while.
Yeah.
That's pretty great.
Yes. Yeah. And talking before about the simplicity of it, and even though it was so simple, it never really got stale. Even though some of the jokes were repeated with variations on them, they still never really got stale because of either the context of the situation, which is so ridiculous, the delivery. It never got stale.
It's pretty great.
I really enjoyed it. Is there a we'll say modern movie that you would compare to this?
I don't know. On the level, I don't know. It's a good thing. That's a good thing to ask you people.
Yeah.
Do you think there is a comedy? Let's say in the last 20 years, since the year 2000, has a comedy come out that could be comparable to Airplane in its simplicity, the hilarious nature of the jokes, that it is a parody, and that it holds up, that it still holds up? Does it exist? Let us know in the comments, guys. We'd like to get your feedback on that.
Yes,
That'd be
please.
really awesome. So, what's your rating? What's your rating of Airplane?
I need the drum roll for this one.
Insert drum roll cue.
I give it an 8.5.
8.5. Wow.
Yep.
Wow. Bar is set high now. All right. 8.5. Man, my work's cut out for me. This is gonna be good. Well, I'm glad you really enjoyed it, baby. I really am. I'm really glad you did. It is a fun movie. It is a classic. If you have not seen Airplane, first of all, why are you watching that? Yeah, this is for people who have seen it, and they don't want to see somebody who hasn't.
Go watch it. This is the first movie we've watched that I would say watch this movie.
There it is, right there. Go watch this movie and enjoy this movie. Well, guys, thanks for tuning in this week. We got one more coming up next week, and I think we're going to take Thanksgiving off, and then we'll be right back into it with some holiday films. So it's going to be a lot of fun. But like, subscribe, comment. What other things they tell people to do on this thing? Follow. That's not right. This is YouTube. They don't follow on YouTube. So yeah, like, subscribe, comment, share it.
Share it. That's it. That's the thing, babe. Good job.
That would be great. We'd really appreciate it. All right. Thanks, guys. We'll try and do better next time.
Bye.